and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Thursday edition of Rasaji Speaks. Reason for the background is today is the PFL webinar. Today we're going to talk a lot about business with Sister Lynette and Lamaji, probably a little bit about investing. Make sure that you're there. It's 1 o'clock Eastern time. What's the title today? Beyond the Bottom Line. Exploring losses and spiritual renewal in investments. You've heard the adage, right? People, when they are successful with tenacity, you hear them say, fall forward. And you've also heard the phrase, fail forward, right? I mean, look at KFC. Colonel Tom Sanders, how many hundreds, literally at times, he tried to offer his fried chicken and people laughed at him. When I was in the Philippines over 20 years ago, meeting my wonderful future wife's family, spending a whole month with them during Lent, KFC was everywhere. In the Philippines, a third world country. When you create a franchise that's so successful that it ends up in a third world country, not only that, there was a other franchise called Jollibee that mimicked KFC. It's where they got the idea. But it was a Filipino version with some rice and spaghetti and chicken and gravy and everything. They've become so successful that now they're building them in America. You see, it's an interesting thing. Think about all the times in life that you did anything worthwhile. Did you do it right the first time? Last year, my son, Chin, who will soon be entering the 8th grade, finishing his final year of parochial school. Last year, I remember, it was about a month before, maybe 2 at the best, that he was going to take a basketball camp on probably one of the top 10 middle school countries in the whole United States. This guy took a small college to the March Madness and then didn't like the politics, came back home, and they built a $3 to $4 million gym for this guy, Catholic school. I told Chin, I said, basketball's in your blood. And you've had almost 6 years of martial art training. You're a 2nd-degree black belt. Defense in basketball will be easy for you. It's just like free sparring. I'll never forget. We're on the way to the first day of camp. Now, I just dropped him off this week for his 4th week of basketball camp in 2 years, right? I hired him a private mentor about 3 months ago that works with him 2 days a week. This guy played college ball, same place where Michael Jordan is. And he's about 6'5" to 6'6". And Chin's been having to learn to defend against this guy. I said, defense is easy. It's like free sparring in martial art. You anticipate the other opponent's movement, right? But you'll have to learn shooting skills and ball handling skills. Well, his shooting skills got really good after about the 2nd week of camp last year. And then me started taking him twice a week, and he improved more and more. And I taught him what I could, but I didn't know what his mentor did. So his mentor worked with him for 2 or 3 months. But on the way to that first camp last year, he looks at me. He says, Dad, I'm not sure that I'm ready for this. And I said, well, Chin, why? And he says, because I don't know everything. Because I don't know everything. I said, son, your dad is a master llama. I've been training for 56 years, teaching for 41 years, and I don't know everything. But I do know that I'm in the top 1 percentile of people who do what I do because I put in the time and I put in the effort. I said, the only thing you lack with these other kids, they've been playing ball as long as you were doing karate. But you can look at your karate as cross training. Well, Chin's now in his 4th week of basketball camp. Last year, there were 50 kids that tried out for the team. And they divided them in 25 went after the 3 hour, what I call audition, people would call tryouts. In the entertainment business, it was an audition. So he went out, but I told him, I said, you went out with some kids that already had 2 or 3 years on you. Hang your head proud because he was as good as half of that first 25. And he had never played a game in his life. Powerful, right? This year, I told him, if you make the team, but a good goal would to be to make the second 25, out of which they will choose 16 to 17 players. And if you make that, that means you really got the coach's attention. I asked him, I said, last year, what did you notice about coach? He didn't notice me at all. I said, what about this year in the camp? He said, he's watching me. I said, do you think he's not looking at you going, holy cow, this kid in 1 year has improved that much? But Chin's mental attitude is most of the people's mental attitude in the world. In other words, what he said to me on the ride to the first camp was, I don't know if I'm going to try this when I don't know everything. Today, people sit in the stands, right, with this woke consciousness crap that's out and around the world. They'll sit in the stands and they'll think with no accountability, yeah, give me a medal and then I'll think about practicing or I'll think about it. Ask Master David how he would feel if somebody walked up to him and said, let me play with you in the tour, and then I'll think about taking your class and I'll think about practicing. Maybe I'll do that, right? Failing forward, falling forward. I remember as I became a young businessman over 40 years ago, the first 5 or 10 years, I didn't know anything I was doing. But then I started the help of reading books about successful businessmen. Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, a lot of sharp people. I got better at it, right? And I started figuring business out. And I even started figuring out network marketing. And then I learned to implement a new income stream every year, which poised me for financial greatness. Same thing happened a little over 30 years ago when I started investing. More than half of the things I did investment turned out to be a blunder 30, 35 years ago. But I wrote down what I did and what I think happened to that trade or to that investment. And then I took it to my mentors. We did a column exercise on it. And the next time I did a little bit better. And I was failing forward with business, and I was failing forward with investments. Now, today, I have over 40 years business experience and about 33, 35 years experience. And I have some of the sharpest mentors. As a matter of fact, I'm in a pool with people, about 800 to 1,000 elite people, learning cutting edge of what and how to master the crypto market. how to become your own bank. If I hadn't did all that I did through the law of attraction and the willingness to humble myself and not give up, learn from my gains and learn from my losses, I would not be the successful llama that I am today. We would not be talking about a retreat center. We would not be talking about a ranch. We would not be talking about a lamasery. I would not be the global spokesperson of the oldest mentor spiritual system on the planet right now. We would not be with Brother Nate getting ready to franchise Circle of Chi wellness centers all over the world. Those visions didn't come by accident. They came by being successful and failing and moving forward and not whining over spilt milk. See you today at 1 o'clock. You're not going to want to miss this webinar. Braga Bashai. May the blessings be to you and your glorious family. See you tomorrow on Shangri-La Friday. God bless you all. Love you much.